Abusia Yamakwaba Shunkoso Eba POG Media so. Ene yɛnbɛkɔ political highway ne so highway ne deɛ ɛnsɛm bebree wɔ so a yɛn nso yɛagye pene sɛ ɛbɛmi abedwafoɔ no ahu deɛ ɛkɔ ɛne deɛ ɛba na dan na ɛkɔ so ɛwɔ highway ne so. Ɛyɛ enough is enough demonstration ɛna kyerɛ sɛ atɛn ne kyerɛ sɛ mogyasɛm a ɛnyɛ asɛm ketewa koraa na ɛyɛ J.Mensah no ɔno ankasa ne ebi kɔ n'ani ebi nso fa n'ani ase a ɔno no ɔgye ne ho koraa ɛngye. Enough is enough demonstration no Ghana for ATS abonten Ghana for ATS 2024 December elections ne deɛ ɔmo nte ase sɛ J.Mensah ɛbɛregye election saa audit of register na NDC for hwehwɛ no ɛno ɛna ɛsɛ J.Mensah ɛyɛ ɛnyɛ bibi foforɔ bi a Kevin Taylor aba blaste J.Mensah ɛnyɛ asɛm ketewa koraa na ɔkyerɛ sɛ Ghana for yɛnkɔ abɔnten paa na sɛ yɛanyɛ saa demonstration a ɛntokwa a ebesi wɔ Ghana ase no ɛna ne kora nso asɛm a ɔka no nso deɛ wohyɛ demonstration a abusua nneɛma a ɛkɔ so wɔ hɔ no ɛnyɛ nneɛma ketewa ma yɛsi ano J.Mensah koraa no wadwane ne nan mu a ɛnyɛ asɛm ketewa abusua bɛpɛ sɛ ɛbɛmi abedwafoɔ no bɛmi akɔ na yɛakɔ akɔtie nsɛm a ɛkɔ so na ansa na yɛbɛkɔ no wowɔ nsɛm kan bi afa hyɛ yɛ comment section like share ma afoforɔ nso ɛnsa ntumi ɛnka bi mɛdam ase.
To call for the changing register. They did not have any evidence. I'm going to Šhǒt say, Abana Yakotono, Nipa 230,000, no, ye omo free ha, omudini ha, Nipa 15,000. The NPP in 2015-16, they were using speculations to suppress the EC to do what they want. And when they went to meet Šhǒt in 2016, no, because they did not have hardcore evidence to prove to Šhǒt say, this is what we have. Open the books, they just went there out of speculations or any pressure, any political pressure, no person easy, but the NDC today are saying, say, yani easy the year Juma. This is the evidence we have. But from what we are seeing and what we experienced in 2020, I was say ubi ubukrim and yani NDC na yaka se bi muchire. Ya pesi for independent forensic auditors. No mu behwe bukrim any mo computers nim say mon share da anase obi breachy protocol and for nyome bi nkeka ho. So the NDC is saying say men be book mu nkire yen ko a be a book mu kire Ghana fo nyina na me yen hu data system no say no kra every say evidence ekuta NDC no omude be kire wo no mo anka say evidence no enye no kra. And we cannot solely say what are we mistaken, you are going back to correct it. So motive be say ube election now. What shows to say you have actually done the correction? Because NPP time no more Šhǒt say register has been tainted. They did not prove with any evidence to say this and this and this and that is what we have seen. They were saying so ya GD say Akuffo bi frito go abetwaba into register no yensesa no. But the NDC came with the evidence to say this is what we have found. You have not denied it. Now we cannot just give it to you for you to come and tell us or China say why you Juma. We want an independent forensic auditing firm to come and look into the document. So when you bonia into the elections with free, clear conscience. Now mumientie omane boama ono in charge of elections or NDC. Munhwe inkutadia anase conversation I erupted between the NDC and EC. Young says the NDC, they have done their part to prove say was say forensic auditors, Mumbai or the TEC books, no computers, because every thing they had to do to exhaust everything for everybody to know say almost they have done it. And this is Omani Boama Mumientieno. They are a conversation with EC documents of the EC EC's reaction EC Eddie Mraso Eddie days so Eddie time or so. The reason why they are insisting that the register and the computers at the EC we need to audit them. Mumientie Omani Boama.
We must say that prior to this exhibition exercise, the Electoral Commission was expected to have given the register to the political parties ahead of time for us to be able to study it. And indeed, the Electoral Commission appropriately wrote to us and indicated that we were to submit hard drives to collect the registers. Unfortunately, this letter was written as far back as July. August came, the hard drives were unavailable to us. Then they reassured us that on the 14th of August, we were going to receive the register. That also passed. Then they communicated that it was going to be received on the 16th. 16th came and passed, and we still did not receive it. Unfortunately, the exhibition was commencing on 20th of August. That meant that we barely had 4 days to the exhibition exercise. That weekend passed. 19th, the day to the exhibition. It was afternoon that the Electoral Commission released the register to us as NDC. That indeed put a lot of strain on us, but we are committed to building our democracy because we've opted for that path as a nation, and it is an appropriate path. It's a peaceful path. It helps to deepen development in nations. So we worked round the clock 24/7, distributed the registers constituency by constituency basis to all the 276 constituencies and asked them to begin to scrutinize. Whilst they were doing it, we also at the national level ran some comparative analysis by comparing the end 2023 register that was used for the district level election with the 2024 provisional voters register that had been given. So the software analysis, and we shared the exact software that we used with the Electoral Commission when we met them last week, Friday. So far, the revelation are startling. They include 243,540 previous transfers that have been added to the 2024 transfers. 15,000 plus unidentifiable transfer parts. And the question is, where are they coming from? Where were they registered? 3,957 voters in 2023 register who are completely missing from the 2024 register. 2,094 transfers not found in the absent list. And the last but not least is the corrupt files, where you open the file, you don't find the photo, you don't find the name, you don't find the age. So we presented all these in addition to other discussions. But you'll recall that prior to the meeting, based on past experience with the Electoral Commission, which has basically eroded trust between us, we wanted the media to cover it live so Ghanaians and the media will know exactly what had transpired. Unfortunately, the Electoral Commission blocked the media and blocked our request and refused to allow us to bring in the media to cover the program. Let me start our germane concern, because I know your 5 minutes is your 5 minutes. Look, consider a person whose name will not appear on the register. When we raised it at the meeting, the chairperson of the Electoral Commission said, once the person is holding a voter's ID card, they can write the person's name on the register. We vehemently opposed that and said, and I remember saying, that will be the Richard Ahiagba criminal phenomenon. You can imagine the people who may be able to show up there with fictitious ID cards, and then some presiding officers who may be compromised will just write their names and allow them to vote. So that is not something that we should be considering. The other variant is the EC has admitted to some errors. We don't call them mistakes, to some errors. When they correct those errors, how do they expect the people whose errors they've corrected to know that they have indeed effected the corrections? So that led to one of the recommendations that we made, which the EC so far has not spoken to, beyond the fact that they will not permit a forensic audit. And our remedy was that at least there should be a re-exhibition of their corrected or their updated register, so that people who had complaints, people who paid monies to verify their ID situation and witnessed problems and reported, can be assured that indeed the corrections have been made. Otherwise, we may end up even introducing up, because of if the person feels that, well, I complain, but am I sure that it's been corrected? Did I go to the polling station on December 7 to reassure that Ghanaian, that ordinary Ghanaian, that yes, it has been corrected? Just re-exhibit the register again.
Right.
Unfortunately, the EC, after blocking the request for the forensic audit of the register and the EC's IT system, also has been mute about the re-exhibition.
Right.
Then it leads me to the issue of what we asked for and what they also asked for. In there, the EC asked that we submit our findings to them. And we also said that since we had made it clear to them that, okay, because our work is ongoing, can we also, in exchange, we didn't oppose submitting our findings to them. We are ready and willing. Can we also have what you claim to have updated, so that in our comparative analysis, we do not excavate and identify problems that we've already resolved?
It is simple as that. Asama eye omane boama, Dr. Omane boama kenyina is simple. And this is for the hard drive comma easy. So be a voter exhibition. Ube to me the register na maye na yenso ya ye sebio yen hwehwe mu ewo exhibition a obeye nim, because yen nyina na ye adwuma bom. When it comes to exhibition ya de constituencies near the or say to me print near the names no obi ana so ya check. Omo the hard drive no comma easy July. Sa exhibition no na ebeba so eden August 20th. Now August 20th. July, EC, Amfa, list na momo. On the 14th of August, EC, Amfa, hard drive na momo. Amfa, list na momo. On the 16th of August, EC, Amfa, den, Amfa, list na momo. Wamfa, names na momo. J.Mensah some ni AKU. Now, Ebaya bedu the 20th of August, EC, exhibition on the 20th. On the 19th, aka edabako ma omu akoye sa exhibition no. Voter exhibition exercise no. Ewia abo apemu eye 12 o'clock after na. Ye ba bewie no. Ena isi se ende mombra beji eye de hard drive no. Na eye de edin na mo pe no register no ene woso no. NDC anka bibia ena NDC fokoye den ekogiye. And this vocoji hard drive no almost started say omunka so hwehwem ahwe say okay sa list here is di ma say my exhibition no any register etwem 2023 ni ade no ye de betoto ho ne hu say sisi bibia e fenchem omode bibia sisi ni no mu say da bi nyoma bi nkoyie nipa bi be 240,000 bi akoshe baby nipa be 15,000 bi ayira nipa be 2,000 bi ai chese omu ni say register no nyoma enkoyie inti omu ye de omu wadwuma edwuma ekeka ni nyina sie ni e make sure say omu fact kuta omu and omu ni EC committee no mka say oh because yam pese sebi oye bepia bontene obi abeka say we kan we no anke yem bi pono na de media ne betena meeting nim no mu hu say ye dwuma dia ye kodi ya yakọ hu say eye register no nyoma bebre wo mu a sebi o edin bi a ye da beka mu no eni say behwem ya say nipa bi so din afrim inti obi ehu say ya asama ye ka no enye bosremu ka ana say ye nya ya adwene say ye tan J.Mensah nti ye be ma na dwuma ye din inti na NDC say ye mpese obi beka say ye tata J.Mensah ana J.Mensah so muade a o ye dwuma Akuffo ade nti ye pese anka asantefo media awonafo media aigbefo media de Akroma media enkranfo media ene omom tete Ghana Richard Kontomri for no anka omu nyina mbra no momfa camera mbesi so na ye nyina ye ntoto ya no na obi ehu se adwunmupo ana adwunmubone ana se bad intent bi anka ho J.Mensah ne Bosman Asarika se omompene. First thing. Now, Inkomodie ni man omka say okay, sesia na mompene no. Eye exhibition na mo ye no. Ene nsama ya beka kyerem no. Ya beka kyerem say eye nyoma bi wo register mu a eni se wom. Ena nyoma bi wo mu so a eri abeka ho a na sebio nipa bi no ye be disenfranchise o man say abano mu ntumi ntubi. Isi ni catch mo meeting na say obi ko say okoto aba. Na se ne din ni ma isi official na oto no onyi pen no ntro ne din wo register ni no nto aba. J.Mensah asma o ka kire NDC for meeting na no no. And NDC for say no problem. Now NDC for ka kire J.Mensah say sesia no mo see eye information e dey abremu ni nyina e kire say eye mo register no problems wom na e wo say eye den errors e wom na wo say mo correct no mo see mo na sesia no mo wo hutumi e wo say mo ye NDC for say mo mayemfa den auditors mbra no be forensic audit o mo hwehwe nkratem no mo hwehwe mo computers mu na yenhwe se bibia ye krogen a mo say ade no mo ana mo beye na NDC for say okay sesia ye exhibition bi awie ema ye raise concerns say exhibition ankasa register na mo ye no krapo no nyoma na e course no anko ye edin bi wo ye de abehye mani se hyem edin bi ye firi mani se yi firim enti se mo see register exhibition na mo ye no ma concerns e raise ye no ma correct ya mo nsanfa e register na mbra bontina mo be ye re-exhibition eno kwa ne hia NDC for no Mumpe 1 day or 2 days bi na monya re-exhibition. Sa musima correct eye exhibition na moye mistakes na see na. And de mumpe be 2 days ni 3 days bi na mon sanfa register na mbra bontene. Na bia obi ana ne din ni ma yesi ne din wo mu no. Ohun se amparampa and this MP for AEC for no aye correction no na omu din wo mu. Obi so asebio eni se ne din be ma ne din abem no. Ye hu se oh we de oya akwara na ye din be hye mu mistake ye frim. Eno nso so a NDC se mon famra na ye nsanhwe re-exhibition registered mu a J.Mensah ni isi se omunye. So how can you prove to me say sa errors na also are correct no? What is the assurance to say ye koto aba errors no will still not be there? Because I also are correct errors now. Why is it so difficult for you to bring out the register again for people to double check say ejuma na wo ye no ebia weni emfa bibi so because Uya exhibition we no senka NDC anko omu investigations anko omu auditing na anka ye hu po say 250,000 people say 15,000 people no sa problem we were registered him wajiatum say na problem we registered him so what solve register the problem na aden na wonya re-exhibition ma Ghana fo a se bi o ma dwene ye say omu din wo mu no a e bi omu din efrim no omu nko hu say omu din nim anase omu din wo mu J.Mensah ne EC fo no say omu nye NDC fo say Yankofa eye de independent forensic auditors mra no mo behwehwe nkrata di mu se abana ye koto no obi wo ha yenyi ne din firimu anaso obi wo ha yemfa ne din behye ma abani se ne din wo ma J.Mensah ne isi se omunye omu se eye abana ye koto no omu pese bo computers no sebi o yete ne se amanfo bia be wi am computers isi CCTV bo ho ebe sin de yen release eye de tape bia hu se asemesi na wi ya na se nya asemesi na wi ye Yatia na mrebi yachi abrantie bi se okuta EC4 BVD machine edinam krom inti NDC for say it is better say mo computers na nkasa no ebo say ye kohwem ne ehwe nipa a owura mu ebia na ye ma no ho kwan say onkom nko ye dwuma bi ana onko di dwuma bi EC say eno so omompene. That is why the NDC is saying say ochina I was a Ghana Nibia to me the nearest EC office to demonstrate because it is looking clear say J.Mensah is ready to rig the elections. None of the yawa say we munyina. Boss Manasari no onye dwuma wo EC. Sa time no Boss Manasari say no you independent or you lecturer e wo Legon or no dey on your politics. 2016 time I register hun sensem ba muntie Boss Manasari asmo kan
for them to be registered. So when you look at things from the other perspectives, I think it has been very difficult for her. But thinking that she really wants to leave a mark as far as our electoral system is concerned, my thinking is that she is going to put the necessary structures in place and get civil society, the media, political parties, and all those who matter in the process to fashion out a strategy that will be able to ensure that Ghanaians will go to the polls and they will elect a leader who will be able to address the problems. My thinking is that Ghana, we are running a two-party competitive adversarial system. So when you are the commissioner and a especially coming from the backdrop that you were appointed by the sitting government, then opposition parties are going to look at you from a particular angle. And what is also not boding well for the woman is that it appears any position of the commission is supported by the NDC and the MPP is completely against. And when you are running a state institution and one party appears to be consistent with you and the other is completely inconsistent, then there's a problem. But my intention is that as a EC, your job is to ensure that you play your role as a referee effectively, efficiently. So it doesn't matter what party A, party B will say. The main thing is put the right structures in place. Let's make sure that people who are independent will look at what you have done and they will realize that no, although we didn't support you or we supported you, you made sure that the necessary things were put in place. And once the woman can supervise the commission to do that, I think Ghanaians wouldn't have any problem with her.
Doc, just before you go, is the credibility of EC still intact? Looking at cases that they've had at the Supreme Court and, of course, issues surrounding how they are cleaning the voter register.
Please come again.
I'm asking whether the credibility of the EC is still intact, looking at issues surrounding how they have handled the clearing of the register and all that.
No, I think in terms of credibility, I think it's badly damaged. The EC is not clearly being seen as an institution that is so credible and is ready for prime time. But one thing we've got to understand is that when it comes to elections, the courts also play an important role, especially the Supreme Court. So once we are hearing the courts coming up with some advice, interpretations that the commission should do A, B, C, and D, this is something which is good for our country. So I think the reputation of the EC is tainted, but the remaining days ahead, I'm very sure they are going to abide by what the courts have said, which they have started the process and they are going to do whatever must be done, because Ghanaians are looking forward to a EC that is going to be very impartial, put the right structures in place, employ the professionals who will be doing the returning work and everything. And I think once the EC is committed to doing that, they are likely going to regain that particular reputation.
All right. We're grateful for your time.
We in a current EC deputy, Bossman Asari. Also, Okasano, Yabusan say, na EC, Charlotte say EC no. Sesiano, Sibia Nyoma Kono, who is also, also more engaging stakeholders, also more engaging the media, the CSOs. Now, Omoya very neutral, also to me, Emma Mukwain. Where Bossman Asari, now so what's idea with Legon on your politics. Me chirams go for mo jimu mwache. And already the TC wo. On see for media emra meeting was company. And yen check register with evidence also on ye. And or catch them so obinko police station on Čř0wd din on twaba. And I'll see I was say my media no Charlotte say also my media ne ba meeting mu. CSO betina meeting mu. Na omo beka ho na omo boa na EC ye de dwuma. Okay so see. EC there, where Juma Yinan say obey de neutral, obetie obia asem, sebio, and he say to say nipa afamba kunkwana with yomo into also with Jumano, efficient. I was say unya sa position so ye EC bossa, also making sure say party bia with obia asem, emia table so emia discuss it, emma Ghana for at obia wasi. Also kasano or see. The independent people omo Ghana no omo pese EC ye adwuma ma omo nyinani so. Who are the independent people? Wo ne me. Ye na ye ni political appointment. Ye na sebio ye ni aban mu. Ye na sebio ye lead political parties. Ye ka say independent people wo a wo hwe me no. Na Bossman Asari say e wo say EC no ene ye ne Ghana fo no edi dwuma bom. Dwuma de ne de say omo be bie de omo dwuma nim ma ye so ye hu de ekoso. Where Bossman Asari na 2016 na oni EC. And your busan say Bossman. Now we the ACCC here MPP for tata EC omo for evidence ba kumpomba ya say EC no enye den MBA registered me enhwe no. We hear the saying ama EC for credibility in Charlotte say mo credibility in their saying. Even though MPP nkuta evidence, omuntumi nye adwuma te say the NDC aye nda omutumi the evidence aba no. EC credibility dey say aye poto. Into say EC for no omutina se no mo ye omodwuma ye kwase ampanyi e friend Bossman Asari. Jimmy okasai se nsuo gu na ne minim. Jimmy ya na no nte Bossman Asari. And there owo EC. Or na deputy J.Mensah or say on penimpo ma media wura. Yes, so me enhwe eye register mu ose ye nkwasiafo. Yes, see, onfa exhibition na ose wa correct no voter register na ose be exhibition na wa correction no onfa mbra na yensa nhwem no ose onpene. Kwasia mpenyi wo te Ghana so ope free and fair elections. Kwasia we yembo ntimutu. When the NDC were in power, all these people said they were analysts, they were contributors, they were independent lecturers, they did not do politics. Oh, the end of boss Manasari oye. Won kwasia dia boss Manasari ti oye. And intina ye catch will say it is very important. And very important to say Ochina, you need to be part of this election. Hey, the easy, you know. So Oma Mayan corrected the Omo Yena into Kobisi Ghana. Me busa for Ghana. Me ma Ghana. Me one nam for Ghana. Me say J.Mensah ya man pressure. Emma now for register MP. Emma yan shum anya correctioner. Yen yina ebe Ghana. And it's going to be the mistake of this woman, a deliberate mistake. Yen yina betu me avoid no. It is important to say Ghana ni bi ohwe me anadwi. Ochina, you need to be part of this demonstration. Yeah? Wo ma, wo papa ne frada dem, o maame a oyareda dem, unua be ma sebio ohye school, wo ba wa wo no eye nga oda wo na so me ka bibia. Se J.Mensah anya correction we. Se easy for enyi the voter register number eme anya audit na. Entokwa e besi Ghana yentumi so anu biem. Hey, this election will never be peaceful. Martino, Mon Cocorano, Mo amote Santas na musumodi 86 years, na mo papa mo de MPP twobo fruma no, mo na mo bewu. Every ten obi ebe dwane jaw. Na asma meka no ha no me say, put this on record. Say yentuan for so J.Mensah emanan correct this register. Meka onyankopon obosoro eni mechia me hunda entokwa besi wo Ghana. We will never enjoy the democracy again in this republic. Nyama minim no about MPP no 90% of Ghana for munim. And I'm going to state this again. Say J.Mensah ni boss Manasari mo allow Emma ya forensic audit. Emma ya check register ni biem. Ansa na ekoto aba me ka bibia ohini bia nya ohini e Ghana after 7th of December. Ebeye mu wanwa. This demonstration is the beginning of our freedom. Hey, you need to be part of it. When you're in this idea, when you're Ghana, you are demonstrating to save your life. Maybe you do know. This demonstration is going to save your life. Every region, EC district office, Biano, or less, I will say at least people 2,000. They need to do what we want. Because the register now, Oma kosi sanyo maybe a good register, it's not supposed to be in there. Akuffo nim, Bawumia nim, onse and the Bawumia is not saying anything about EC because obu nim the EC aye. Bawumia nim nipa ya ko wiom. Na EC nya boni aye na pusiga. Omo ankasa officer omo pamono because they admitted say obi to miss send nipa din eko another region, eko another constituency, eko another police station. That alone should tell you say they have done a lot of that in Ghana. And it's not Bawumia yema nke yes demonstration way ECMB register. Hey, you be registered, we will have one of the most peaceful elections in this country. Na mo asofo no, mo mpenifo am Ghana, amaka manu atum, J.Mensah de oye. I swear to God, say yam foresee EC moma yet sa forensic audit way. Na yan check your computers. Now man for sa exhibition register number emeyan hwa. Blood be flow Ghana and you people will be shocked. Mobaka so nyami bia bomudia. But you people will murder each other. J.Mensah or a dangerous woman. J.Mensah and the bossman, they are bent on destroying Ghana. It is not about war. The only chance when political parties in Ghana. How many political parties audited a EC register and a NDC? How many political parties are contesting in these elections? The NDC is trying to save our democracy. Into a China demonstration, it is not about NDC. It's about stopping the killings. It is about stopping and depleting your reserves or the Bank of Ghana. It is stopping the corruption. It is stopping every single shit these people have done. Put your party aside. Make sure the elections are free and fair. So your MPP ni na abani to the function about Bawumia. What's the problem? Only problem. But this is the situation whereby you people in the MPP munim, Akuffo nim, Asante hini nim, Ekurase hini Mr. Boakye onim, Ahonafo hini nim, Yana nim, Ahemfo mo Ghana nyina munim. Say what the EC is doing is wrong. Asofo mo Ghana. More Asofo mpenifo, more Roman mu, more Anglican mu, more Presby mu, more Assemblies of God, Pentecostal churches. Munyina munim said the NDC has a case. Eye ahemfo amuwa eye the National House of Chiefs. You people know that the EC is doing something wrong. Munyina munim the National House of Chiefs. You are quiet. I swear to God, any asasi ye nyina yeteso. Say Ghana, if we don't force the EC to do this audit, you will never have that Ghana again. And I'm talking to Mumpenifono. They can run. They can leave everything behind and run to Togo, run to Ivory Coast. They can go there and turn into slaves. At least they will live. Now, when I want to Santas now, we 86 now, you say, oh, yeah, me. When I would in a was Santimemu now, you say, oh, yeah, man, it's ya NDC4. When I would in a Komemu, when I would in a was Infantimemu, when I wear gun and east off, when I would say, oh, yeah. I swear we will all not be humans again. And I am saying this, mark my words. My dream will say, Nanado Danko Akuffo, our soldier, our police, Obekunipa may say, nobody will survive this. Nobody in Ghana will survive this. And you people might think this is a joke. Yakasa waha. Yakasa waha. We have said so many things. Today, ninyina abim, bakumpo niwa efeli. And I am telling you for a fact, COVID-19 time, this is what happened. COVID-19 time. J.Mensah spending 390 million Ghana. Then also the year. This is 2019, J.Mensah. Breakdown of EC's 390 million Ghana budget for voter registration exercise approved. Time of COVID-19 see a man 390 million. Ghana is over 400 billion or say or the year voter registration. Ninyina kanhu omu diskano. She does not want to open her books. She does not want Ghanaians to know the crime she has committed. So what they are doing, it is not about a Ghana fool. They know the crimes they have committed, and J.Mensah led this crime. But Ochina, we should show force. Ochina, we need to show force. We need to show force as a people. We need to show force to take our democracy back. Hey? If we miss tomorrow's demonstration, so a young man, or a young woman, or a Ghanaian, now we say Ochina demonstration, that is the beginning of your end. Me, I am safe. I can tell you on authority. But when it comes to men making mistakes to take the life of other men, you are not safe in Ghana. And if you're going to sit there and make it look like where they end this for them, and let me tell you for a fact, 2024 elections, say J.Mensah MBA registered, there will be blood. The country will go down and it will never rise up. The things we know. The things we know. The things we know. What I can tell you is that be part of this enough is enough. The EC belongs to I, you and I. It belongs to you and I. And your dear, and your J.Mensah dear, and your boss man dear. Let us use force, a democratic force. A democratic force is when all of you come together collectively with good intentions to demonstrate peacefully to protect the democracy. That is a democratic force. We need to show up in our numbers. We are constituency executive. We are constituency chairman. We are constituency bearer. This is your job. Go out there and get the people on the street. Who and our constituency? You are to Obama. We are spokesperson. We are PR. We are chairman. We are women's organizer. We are men's organizer. This is the time to get the people on the street. Every region has a district office. It is important. Soldier for police phobia new to the citizens of Ghana. Tomorrow, that is what we need to do. Enough is enough. the right thing needs to be done for once. We need to show this Akuffo Addo Bawumia government, say we the people, we have more power than them. They are timid. They are taking what belongs to us from us, and that is what they want to do. This demonstration is for you to save yourself. Maka, Mesaka, Mebusan for Ghana. If this forensic audit say anya, Ghana will never rise again. It will go down the drain. And this is my advice to him for Akesera more Ghana. No? A man for Ben Nantimu Funuso. Slaves will walk on your corpse. This goes to Ahimfo Ghana, the National House of Chiefs. Maya Dean. This goes to the chiefs. It goes to the bishops. It goes to the clergy. It goes to the impenifono. The young people will walk on your corpse. I am telling you, Mombabe danenkwa. Mombaba amanfobe reprove say moa. A vulture. Pete ebewi monam. Fight for your democracy. Fight for your democracy. Ochna, be part of this. It is important. Enough is enough. Ochna, nationwide, do not be left out. This is not about NDC. This is about saving the democracy of the... After this short break.
Abusia we ne ensama ekoso ewo highway ne so a enough is enough demonstration no eno ho ensem na ya de brema enye asem keto akwa Ghana fo ni abre NDC ni abre na J.Mensah no de oni NPP amanyoko no afi de omo mfa ne bete abusia ya bere abedwafo asese omo je pene kokoti sa audio we edemaye medamase